Welcome to 5 Things That Don't Make You Special. Being attractive. You may feel special because you are deemed attractive to others, especially the opposite sex. Although this may broaden your dating pool, our idea of beauty is ever-changing. In the past, red hair and pale skin were deemed extremely attractive. However, fake tan has never sold better, and redheads are often ridiculed within our current society. Beauty standards change, and despite popular programming, the way you look naturally is instrumental in finding mutually beneficial partnerships. The soul recognizes being attractive as personal preference, and so being hot by modern standards means very little. When looks fade and the modern genetic standards become something you can buy, being attractive means very little. Being rich. Generally speaking, there is always someone financially better off than you. The rich list changes year on year, and those who spend on achieving goals will see extreme fluctuations in their net worth. Of course, there are those that gain wealth beyond measure, but to what end? To have it sitting in the bank? To buy several homes and cars? Is a mansion ever really a home? Does an expensive car change the method of getting you from A to B? If you value your worth based on wealth, you are always at risk of losing yourself. Anyone rich will tell you that situations can change fast, especially when the tax man and the world at large covet the wealth you have attained. Empires have fallen in hours, and being rich does not protect you from tragedy any more than your good looks. Influence. Everyone seems to want to be an influencer these days, but what does that mean? You're good at communicating your perspective, and others find it agreeable. Influencing others is a dangerous spiritual game. As your influence grows, so too does the likelihood of a downfall and extreme karmic repercussions. Those who influence others based on perception can find themselves quickly taken down, as they are proven to be fallible. Influence creates armies of others seeking nourishment. You, in effect, enter a relationship with the masses. Any celebrity will tell you that influence comes at a cost. Not only do these celebs face an army of eyes watching their every move, but they are also subject to the harsh judgments of others. When you influence others, you invite them into your energy, and you essentially harvest their energy in the form of attention to bolster your own. Influence comes with deep responsibility, and you're only special as long as you continue to curry favor. For those who fall from grace, life can become at best difficult and at worst dangerous. Be careful what you wish for. Power. Power is not unlike influence. However, rather than simply currying favor, you leverage weakness to gain strength. You don't need to be rich or influential to gain power. It is more often earned through a specific career path. You may hold a managerial position, indulge in politics, or simply be a landlord. Whether you are in charge of a family, a business, or a country, you are accepting responsibility for the well-being of others. As you gain power, the choices you make begin to affect others on an ever-increasing scale. If you own a business, you are responsible for not only your own decisions, but the lives of those they will affect. A landlord becomes responsible for his tenants' well-being. A CEO is beholden to his employees and shareholders. Power does not make you special. It is a commitment made to others, and it includes the weight of those you have chosen to carry. You may feel triumphant and accept responsibility for the successes, but you also become responsible for failures, even when these are not a direct result of your personal decision-making. Success. Success is defined in a multitude of ways. For one, it might be getting up and having the courage to leave the house. For another, it might be attaining the perfect relationship. And for others, it might be achieving financial freedom from a suffocating 9-to-5. But success is an ever-sliding scale. As soon as it is achieved, a new horizon is drawn and a new goal comes into view. Success is largely measured by the previously mentioned factors and actioned in the eyes of others. Some people will never achieve the perceived success of their parents or friends. You may attain beauty, riches, affluence, and power, but whether you deem yourself successful is a measure of your inner contents. If you are unable to achieve self-love, success will always be slightly out of reach, a goal that moves its post just beyond your ability to reach it. So what makes a person special if not the highly coveted titles we've already discussed? Nothing. We are all special. We are all unique in our own way. It might sound cheesy, but when you take a spiritual perspective, we are all special in the most wonderful way. We are ourselves the answer to extremely particular and nuanced questions asked by the substance we call light or God. There are things you're perfectly designed for that you may overlook if you judge being special on the 5 things discussed. The ancestry that led you toward beauty, riches, affluence, and power are granted by the attributes given by God. These attributes are given to all in equal measure despite the opinions of the matrix we currently find ourselves in. When you understand that you are special regardless of how pretty, powerful, or abundant you may seem to others, you align yourself with the purpose for which you were perfectly designed. The pleasure of finding yourself in true purpose is special. You are special because you are you, a unique manifestation of light in human form. Whether you choose to be unknown, chase celebrity, or live for finance, you are special because you're a walking, talking carbon copy of God. The simple fact that you exist in multidimensional human form makes you extremely special. As we sail through universal intelligence, the chances of you even existing are minuscule and may not last forever. Don't wait to attain perfection and appear special to others because of the tools you were given. Become special by finding out who you are and share that in whatever way feels most appropriate to you. Attributes each take their turn at the table of value. You are not what you have attained. You are much more and are perfectly designed to play a specific part in the game of life.